morning. Hello. Welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland. This is Whisper, Let Me Bore You to Sleep. It is Friday the 25th of April 2025. So my name's Jason Newland. Please, 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 please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is not a replacement for professional therapy or professional anything. I'm not very professional, really, am I? This is just a middle-aged man talking, or whispering rather, on this particular occasion about whatever. I don't know. Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth? So, I do have a Facebook group called Jason Newland's Boring Group, and my YouTube channel is at Jason Newland. My YouTube channel is now also a podcast, so you can go on there and you can listen to all my latest recordings, all 6 versions of the different ones, you know, 1 without music, 5 and 10 hours without music, and then a 1 with music, and 5 and 10 hours with music. So you have a little look at the newspapers. I couldn't help but, I had to read this one. This is the Daily Star. £1.10 it costs. They're proud to love animals. Yep, they are. So the headline is Poo, P-O-O-R, yeah. And it's basically football bosses are investigating after a lower league match had to be abandoned because a ref found a turd in one of his shoes. I thought they were going to say on the pitch, on one of his shoes, in one of his shoes. Wow. I didn't. It's really weird, even though the headline was there, I just didn't. Is it a picture of a train or a shoe? I just thought that maybe the dog had got on the pitch and, they had to kind of clean up the pitch. Someone did a poo in the referee's shoe. Wow. Okay. It does remind me a little bit of when I was working in the early 90s. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere weird. Doesn't involve shoes anyway. And there was this place where just where the toilets were, but they were quite a large area. They had a couple of showers, 2 or 3 cubicle for the toilets, and because it was like an industrial warehouse place, so there's all these changing rooms and lockers and stuff. So I remember there's signs all over the place, on doors, on the walls, like, typed out signs saying, please do not defecate in the showers. It's like, wow. People were laughing. I mean, I didn't laugh to start with, and then someone explained what the word meant. Oh, look. Oh no. God, that was weird. What is he holding in his hand? That's weird. Okay. So, a fossilized 130 million year old ant is the oldest ever discovered. The remarkably well preserved, they call it a hell ant for some reason, was found in limestone in Brazil. Scientists say it is a member of the I might not have said that right. It's possible. It's an extinct group. I imagine you would be extinct after that amount of time, wouldn't you? I think after 113 million years, I think it's an official, isn't it? Like, you're no longer here. Yeah. Blimey. It's a long time to wait. From the looks of it, they're very big ants. But then everything's big, isn't it, when you magnify it? Trust me, I know about magnifying things. It's a bit annoying though, and you keep magnifying and it's still small. Anyway. Comedy legend Jimmy Tarbuck said he tried to swipe one of King Charles's stylish overcoats during an event at Windsor Castle. The 85-year-old Scouser says he loves the monarch's dress sense. He said, I've met him once or twice, and he likes a joke. I think he's a snappy dresser. As I was leaving should I do the accent? As I was leaving the castle last time, he said, Jimmy, just one thing. I said, yeah, Your Majesty. He said, can I have my overcoat back? He said, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said I could borrow it. Blimey. Oh, here's Bruce Scrooge's 4 in 10 people in the UK don't offer builders a cup of tea. Almost half of Brits don't offer parched tradespeople a cuppa. How do they know? So, here's a weird one, and this is the second time this has happened. I had a text from a neighbour. Hey, this was at 1:36 this morning. Hey, I don't feel good at all. Please try wake me up in the morning. If answer at all, please call an ambulance. It's not the first time I've had a similar message to that. So I've just got up at night, so I've seen that message, called her up, and she's woken, she's answered and just said she's okay, just didn't feel well. It's a difficult one, because if a door's locked, they can't get in. I mean, I care, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. She needs to call an ambulance herself, or do something while, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what the right thing is. Anyway, she sounds okay. Well, she's alright. She has answered, so she's okay. The other one over the fence is shouting. So that's 5 in the morning, shouting out loudly. Pure bliss. Another stage in Pad Tale, a musical about Paddington Bear, is to debut in the West End. Paddington the musical launches at the Savoy Theatre on November 1st. Okay. This is a British paper, and now they're getting lazy. It's just said at the Savoy Theatre on November 1. No. We don't do come to the cinemas October 4. No, 4th. October the 4th or 4th of October. We don't do April 6th. No, April the 6th. TH at the end. It might seem a little pedantic, but it's like we're trying to merge countries, like, no, let's just have the way we talk. After all, we did invent the language. Yeah, I didn't invent anything. Oh look, it will feature music from a McFly singer, Tom Fletcher. The 39-year-old said, "It's an honour to be entrusted to bring the story of Paddington to life on stage. It's beyond exciting and an absolute dream come true." So the show has been adapted from books by Michael Bond and award-winning films. The cast will be revealed at a later date. Gwyneth Paltrow has returned to eating carbohydrates after being on a strict paleo diet for years. The Oscar winner, who's also a health guru, 52, says she has become a bit sick of the caveman diet, which includes fruit, veg, lean meats and fish. She said, "I'm getting back into eating sourdough bread and some cheese." There, I said it. A little pasta after being strict with it for a long while. But again, I think it's a good template, right? Eating foods that are whole and fresh as possible. I don't think there's a doctor that would refute that. less interested in an article in my life. Why do I care what she's eating, what she's putting in her tum-tum? Oh dear. Linda Evangelista wraps up in vivid blue coat for a photo shoot, but in a candid interview, the legendary model admits she now finds it hard to look at herself in the mirror after being permanently botched. Okay, she had some botched plastic surgery. The 59-year-old told Harper's Bazaar magazine, "I have to go through therapy to like what I see when I look in the mirror." Well, I don't know what they've done. She looks the same to me. Maybe that's what the problem is. You know, she went into this plastic surgeon's office and they said, I want to complain. Why you want to complain? Why is it, Mrs. Evangelista? I want to complain because you've botched up the surgery. But Mr. Evangelista, you said you wanted to look how you did when you was in your 30s, when you was a model, when you was famous. You wanted to look the same. Yeah, well, we did it. That's not how I used to look. No, it really is. That's how you used to look. But I don't look like the other models. You never did look like the other models. That's why you were unique, because you had a different look. But why am I now shorter? Age, my dear, age. You've shrunk. Why? It's just age. Things shrink when you get older. But what kind of things we want to shrink, not shrink? What do you mean? Well, my skin's not shrinking. That seems to be getting longer. What? Oh, never mind. What about? Oh, never mind. Let's not talk about things shrinking. Jason won't like it. Shush yourself. Don't heckle me just because you were vain, Mrs. Evangelist. Oh, look. A woman expelled from the magic circle after pretending to be a man has finally been allowed back. Sophie Lloyd was kicked out 30 years ago after conning her way past a no-woman rule by auditioning as an 18-year-old boy. The group, I was going to say she still looks like an 18-year-old boy, but that's just a joke. Probably looks about 22 now. The group banned female members, deeming they could not be trusted to keep secrets. Wow. Sophie, then in her late 20s, fooled everyone by donning a floppy-haired Hugh Grant wig, glasses, prosthetics, and a custom-made bodies. Wow, that's a lot of work to go into it. So she wore a floppy-haired Hugh Grant wig. Okay, fair enough. Glasses. Okay. Prosthetics. I mean, come on. A custom-made bodysuit. I wouldn't even know where to get a custom-made bodysuit. Would you? I just... was about early 30s. Well, about 30. I did put, I got a prosthetic, like this bodysuit thing, because I was really thin, and I wanted to look bigger. I wanted to look overweight, so I wore this for a Halloween party. So I've got this like bodysuit thing on, a big belly and big bum and that. I'm just wondering though, you get the it's a long time ago, but my memory, I don't know, it might seem weird, but I don't remember if I took it off. Did I ever remove it? So I'm going to have a little look. Oh dear, do not. Okay, there's a few things I have to miss out here. Colossus, gladiators ready for some fight tactics. Evidence shows that Roman gladiators really did fight bloodthirsty beasts, as the Daily Star revealed yesterday. However, that is not the only fascinating fact about these fearless fighters. Here Tom Stitchberry slips on some spandex, wrong gladiators, to visit one of the most brutal chapters in ancient history. I don't know. Grave danger. Historians reckon the first gladiator fights dated back to 264 BCE. Began as a bonkers ritual. Oh, what? Florence Pugh turned heads in a black dress during a photo shoot for Marvel blockbuster Thunderbolts. She looks different. The Brit actress 29 plays Yelena Belova in the movie about an undercover team of anti-heroes, which is out in cinemas next week. She was spotted with fellow stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Hannah John Carmen, and Geraldine Viswanathan during photo call, but didn't pose with rumours boyfriend Finn Cole. Okay, so I'm being pedantic again. She's got a very distinctive look facially. I think I love her. Seagulls are showering a popular seaside resort in Pooh, which reeks of rotten fish. Well, they eat fish, don't they? You are what you eat, apparently. I don't know. Residents claim they are blighted by droppings from... You live at a seaside. The seagulls about it. If you don't want seagulls booing everywhere, you move away from the seaside. It's simple as that. It's like living in the seaside, living near the beach. Like, oh, so fed up. Just there's always sea. I just keep hearing the sea. Or moving next to a railway track, just keep hearing the train go past. Wish something could be done about it. Yeah, move somewhere where there's not a train. But there's seagulls. I mean, why would there be seagulls? I mean, literally, it's in their name. Seagulls. They're gulls. I don't know what gulls means. That's what they do. Okay, let's train them, shall we? Let's train the seagulls. Let's put a little toilet out for them so they can all fly down and go. And yeah, should we do that? Because let's face it, if we could poo on the go, we would, wouldn't we? Let's face it. If we were flying and you could just drop one whenever you want. I mean, technically we can, but we choose not to, don't we? Most of us. A spring heat wave is on the way. A spring heat wave. Oh. Preds are set to enjoy a sizzling surprise next week, which could see the hottest day of the year. There's lots of hottest days of the year, aren't there, as you start the year? Because as you move into the year, each day becomes the hottest. And then as you get near the end of the year, each day seems to become the coldest. Forecasters say temperatures could break the 24 centigrade recorded earlier this month, as the nation basks in a mini heatwave. As next week, though, BBC weather presenter Darren Bett, oh, he's my favourite weather presenter. The way, oh, there's sometimes I don't care what the weather is. When I hear Darren Bett tell me what the weather is, I just feel good. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, there's a hurricane coming. Oh, Darren Bett said there's a hurricane coming. Oh, I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, a tsunami. Oh, Darren Bett. It's okay then. Darren Bett said it. Oh, it's fine. We'll all be alright. Yeah. I don't really get caught up in the weather, to be honest. Unless it's raining, then I'd sometimes get caught up in the rain, but let's have a look. In a deck of cards, this is fact of the day. In a deck of cards, the King of Hearts is the only king without a moustache. I didn't know that. And I didn't want to know that. And now I do know it. What use is that to me? What possible use? Why have you told me that? Oh no. I gotta get rid of it. Is it me? Or is grey hair starting to come back into fashion? And you might be thinking, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jason? I've noticed that I've seen females allowing grey, like at an early age, allowing grey to come through. And there was a time like 70. Do you think it's because of some of the younger people colouring their hair grey on purpose, not realising what an insult that is to people that have no choice? Ah, you could dye your hair though, Jay, couldn't you? You could dye your hair, make it nice and black, jet black hair. No one would notice. No one would know that it was dyed. They just think that you naturally had black, jet black hair and like gingerish eyebrows. No one would notice. Oh, I've known two people like that. There was a comedian I used to know. I never knew how old he was. He was a lot older than me. I didn't know it. But he was so energetic. It's like you wouldn't know. And he had jet black hair. I mean, I actually believe that was his colour hair. And maybe it was, to start with. And I think when he got to about 50 or 55 or whatever, he decided to just let it be natural. And I remember seeing him come up, because it was a snowy day the first time I saw him, and he didn't dye his hair, and it was snowing, and I couldn't see his head. It was like pure white. It looked like he just had a snowball on his head. I'm trying to figure out whether or not that makes any sense at all. Doesn't really, does it? Does it matter? I don't know. I don't think it really matters. 2 for 1 from £70 with single. Why do they have an optician's advert with, really big writing, 2 for 1 from £70, and then the rest is tiny writing, and I can't even see what it says. And it's a big advert, so they had room for larger writing. Let me guess, it's because they want people to struggle to read that and think, oh, yeah, I need to get some glasses. Damn them people playing with my emotions. Oh, dogs kick up a stink. What's this about? Having to carry poo bags is a thing the dog owners wish they had known more about before getting their pet. A whopping 68% described the first few months of ownership as a crash course in canine chaos. A pooch developed selective hearing and shedding a massive amount of fur were also high up on the list of surprises. Yeah, that selective hearing is it's very funny, but it's true. Carrying poo bags is just one of those things that, because I used to get poo bags for Luke, for what's his name, Loki, and when I got Vinny, I'd start buying them for myself, not for him rather. And the one thing I learned very early on just grab a lot of the, just put them in your pocket, and then when your dog does a poo, try and open them up outside. I don't do that, and most people seem to do that. It's hard work. I prepare them. So I open the bag, put them inside out, and try and have in my pocket maybe 3 or 4 bags. And then when I need one, I just take out my bag, put it on my hand, and it's ready. Rather than struggling to open up in the wind. It just means that sometimes, because he can be very fussy, I'm walking around with this poo bag on my hand like the world's worst ventriloquist. Do a poo. Will you do a poo, please, Vinny? Cat lovers, apparently 29%, revealed that no matter how many scratching posts they bought, furniture was still fair game. Yep. I don't think cats care if they're gonna scratch, they're gonna scratch. Every pet comes with their own quirks, and they can take a bit of getting used to. Yeah, Vinny is, we were in the park. Vinny's got 3 friends. Like 3 really close friends that he likes to play with. There's Archie, Noodles, and Charlie. So he doesn't see Charlie very often, doesn't see Noodles very often, sees Archie probably more than any of the others, but he loves them. Noodles is a poodle, Archie is a tiny little dog, and Charlie is a little bit bigger but still little, probably slightly bigger than Vinny, but Vinny's tiny, isn't he? And they like to dance and cuddle, and he does that with all of them. But with Charlie, he actually dances. They get on all fours and put their arms over each other's shoulders and dance together. And there's a real love there. It's just, I've seen him. I saw Charlie yesterday, saw him last week as well. So he's actually seen him a little bit more often now that the weather's now that it's lighter in the evenings. And so they've both got leads on, because he can't trust Charlie to come back, and I know I can't trust Vinny to come back. Vinny's chasing a fly, which is not really what I wanted to be doing at 5 in the morning. Oh, it's now 6. I thought he was asleep. I can't see the fly. I feel like I can hear the fly. I can hear the fly buzzing, but I can't see it, which is very strange. Don't quite know what's going on, but he's chasing it. Oh, he's gone back to bed now. He has literally just jumped on the bed. He's gone into the bedroom, heard him jump on the bed, and he's gone back to sleep. He's had enough. He's having a break. Or look, a countryside pad is being built to encourage lynx to breed. The Wildwood Trust is creating an enclosure for the big cats to live in. Okay. see anything like that in the wild. You know, if I was climbing up some mountain in the UK, or okay, me climbing up a mountain is probably not going to happen, but just imagine coming face to face with this thing, like a huge cat. No, no thanks. No. Shoplift. Okay, shoplifting has hit a record high, with cops recording 500,000 offences for the first time. 516,971 shoplifting offences were logged by forces in England and Wales last year. Excellent. So 35 years of sky eye. So that would be the telescope in space. The butterfly nebula spreads its wings in a jaw-dropping photo marking the 35th anniversary of the Hubble Space Telescope. Another image shows the mighty Messier 100 spiral galaxy in all its glory. Sean Domagal, Goldman of NASA, said Hubble opened a new window to the universe. Its stunning imagery inspired people. Don't they have anything more up to date though? I'm just guessing that the telescopes now would be more powerful than the ones 35 years ago. Unless they just upgrade it, which would make sense. This is a weird story. I saw this last night. China sent 3 astronauts to its own space station in its bid to build a nuclear power station on the moon. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. They got a hero send-off yesterday before boarding the Shenzhou 20 spacecraft on a Long March 2F rocket. China's 280-mile-high Tiangong Heavenly Palace station is a third of the size of the International Space Station and 30 miles higher. China said the launch was a complete success and the crew who will conduct experiments are in good condition. Its space program is focused on building a lunar nuclear plant to power a research station. It is planning with Russia. Space Chief Wu Weiren and Russia had a natural advantage when it comes to nuclear power plants, especially sending them into space. He said, "It leads the world. It is ahead of the us," adding that he hopes Russia and China can send a nuclear reactor to the moon. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know enough about it. There's a part of me thinking, just leave the moon alone. What's the moon done to you? But then another thinking like, well, we travelled to the moon and we didn't seem to really want to go back very often. There wasn't a lot there. affects the oceans. So what happens if the moon, I don't know, decides to move away? Do we lose all our oceans? I don't know, really. So criminals could be caught green-handed by new tech that can spot if they've fired a gun. The technique developed by Dutch boffins converts lead particles led by a gunshot into visible green light. Amsterdam police Bent van Kralingen said these I'm sorry. These find this is the Daily Star. They do everything they can to find a name that might have different meanings in the UK. These findings provide valuable pieces of the puzzle when reconstructing a shooting. I think anything that catches people's a good thing, but ideally we need prevention, baby. It's oh, look at this. A rusty World War I gun was discovered by workers digging up a drive. The revolver, believed to be a Webley MKV 138, and was found with live rounds. Wow. Stunned landscapers unearthed it at a house in Ramsgate, Kent. I wonder how many other people got rid of stuff like that over the years. Just think about it. It's a good place to hide stuff, isn't it? A driveway, concrete. Just stick stuff in there. As long as you live there and stay living there, no one's going to dig up the driveway. Blimey. That is interesting, just as showing it, the picture. Wonder how many of them there are around the country, around the world. How many driveways with some weird stuff in. I'm pretty sure when my dad built the driveway in our family home, I know he put like bricks and that kind of stuff underneath the concrete, like as a foundation. I think that's my memory of it. I might have it wrong. Okay, I don't know, I'm just thinking of the past. Then potholes, dad game for a laugh. A dad fed up with the state of the roads decided to protest by creating a 1980s style simplistic video game. Gary Fenton, hi Gary, invented Hertfordshire potholes, which is inspired by early computer consoles and challenges drivers to avoid the holes as well as oncoming traffic. The 52-year-old, he looks very young for 52. The 52-year-old Welwyn Hearts said he decided to act after reading the chat on a Facebook group. He said, "I'm fed up with hitting at potholes that cause your car to accumulate damage over time, or swerve around them. To highlight these dangers, I created a parody game which may exaggerate the situation but make a very clear point of how neglected our roads are. Potholes have noticeably gotten more numerous and larger in recent years. As a driver of 34 years, I've never seen it so bad. Okay. Whoa. Gemma Collins says she is helping the NHS to save cash by losing weight with a trendy Mount Jara jab. The Dowie star began using a diabetics medication this year. She said, "I've lost so much weight you wouldn't believe it. It's the only thing I've managed to lose weight on without putting myself on a stressful diet. It is revolutionary, life-changing to help people who are overweight. I feel so much happier in myself. I feel $1 million." She added, "I think I'm actually safe in the NHS. I won't be going to the NHS with an obesity-related illness, so I won't be putting any strain on it." Sorry, I'm just thinking about a car. Her car wheels are going to last longer as well, and the suspension. "I'm loving life, honey," she says. But Gemma said that it's a shame. Shame I had to wait until I was 44. But this is life-changing. And she added, I feel so much better and free. But in Essex, because I'm in Essex, you know, I feel free as a person to concentrate on other stuff because I'm in Essex. In Essex, I'm not constantly thinking about food in Essex. No, in Essex. That's weird. Because I live in Essex, and I hear people talk about, yeah, when you're in Essex, we do it this way. Like, in Essex, we like to eat. Yeah, everyone likes to eat. In Essex, at Easter, we celebrate, we give Easter eggs to people. Yeah, everyone does that. Well, in the UK anyway, I don't know about other countries. Apparently Easter isn't really a big thing in other places. But the Easter egg giving, chocolate eggs, not Easter itself. Oh, right, there's more about that poo in the shoe story. Let's have a look. Security at the festival is in need of education. What is this? Glastonbury. Stereophonics have raised doubts over security at the summer's huge gigs. The band, whose third LP is called Just Enough Education to Perform, kick off a European tour this weekend, culminating in an Isle of Wight festival. Kelly Jones said, "It's like huge crowds of people, it's very hard to manage that, especially these days, when people are just taking security jobs, and stewarding jobs, just kids, they just don't really give a boo, they just got a tag around their neck and they're not trained to do anything for real, really, So Kelly saw it firsthand what can go wrong when he stood next youngster Noel Gallagher during an infamous onstage attack at a Toronto festival in 2008. Noel Gallagher was knocked over by a man and ended up, oh blimey. I don't know. Britain's I'm just looking at this, seeing if there's anything in it. Jessie's living her best life. Back to her unfiltered best. Jessie J is unleashing a two-pronged pop attack. Comeback, rather. The Essex Warbler has dropped neo-soul ballad No Secrets today, her first release in 4 years, but she intends to follow it up quickly with proper single Living My Best Life on May 16th, produced by Ryan Tedder. No Secrets is an open invitation into the highs and lows of Jessie J's life over the past few years. Cool. It's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the money, money, money. Calm it with a cuppa. Brits still sip tea to relax, just like the keep calm and carry on wartime spirit. 6 in 10 of us make a brew to calm down, says a report releasing ahead of the 80th anniversary. Okay, what's self? Cottage cheese on top. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to see is let's get how weird. Okay, right. I just want to have a look, see what my star signs say. So Virgin, you were expecting problems, so it'll be a relief that nothing too frustrating happens. You could find yourself feeling puzzled and even a little taken back by the mixed signals you get from someone who isn't very close to you. I don't even see people that are close to me, so I'm not going to see anyone that's not close to me. It's very strange. And that's it. I'm gonna go have my breakfast, gonna go toilet. So, that's it. Thanks for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself because you do deserve to be happy. Be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. And Q&A Friday is coming up later.